What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with a track review. I'm going to talk about the new song Homebound from Enslaved. This is going to be off of their new album Utgard. I believe that's how you pronounce that, coming out later this fall. Which, they've revealed some other things about. I think it was probably delayed due to the pandemic. But, it'll arrive, and I'm excited for it regardless. The album art is amazing to it. Definitely go check that out. But nonetheless, they released this single. Enslaved is, I guess you could call them a progressive black metal band. They started out as very much a black metal band, have just evolved into very much just kind of doing what they want to do and creating some really interesting things. And I've loved this band ever since Retir was the first album that was like new for theirs that came out that I really loved, and I've kind of went backwards and loved a lot of those albums, and I've really enjoyed In Times and in their most recent have a lot of really cool, interesting songs on there. And so yeah, I really want to talk about this song because it's interesting, and I quite honestly, I think I really like this song, and it just has a much different vibe for Enslaved, but I think it works really well, and they pull it off really well. So start off with just a really great, very energetic riff, very simplistic riff that Enslaved uses from time to time. Very, very much can get into a vibe where they have a simple riff and they layer over top of that a really cool guitar lead, and that riff just kind of repeats and repeats and repeats, and it, most of the time it works really well. And so I like the opening just kind of energy of this song, and but then you get into the riff for the verse, and that is a banging riff, and especially the production of that song, that verse is just, it's busy, it's in your face, and it's furious. I like it. And that riff, I'm like, wow, for Enslaved, this is a really interesting riff in my opinion, and it's just it's a banger. But then I think the part that's the most interesting is definitely the chorus. And Ivar Bjornsson, he's their keyboard player. He does a lot of their more clean vocals. Enslaved has had clean vocals for a long time now. And I think they've always used them really well. Take one of my favorite examples of their clean vocals is Death in the Eyes of Dawn off of Retir. What an amazing fucking song. And I was just jamming that today. I'm like, it still hits me. I've heard this song a million times and I love it. So they do great clean vocals. Sometimes they do a little bit more chanty stuff. Take Storm Sun off their last album. But to me, this track is just interesting because to me, it's just a different type of vibe and vocal that I feel like Enslaved hasn't really used before. And it mixes so well with the guitar work. And the guitar work it's beautiful. It's very melodic, and it's very moving. And then you add those vocals on top of it, and it just creates something amazing. And the first time I heard this, I'm like, man, that is really interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm just like, I just kind of want to cry. Because it's wonderful. It's magic to me. And I'm curious if they use this, that sort of style a little bit more on the album. Because I'd welcome it. I think it's a kind of a fresh sort of sound for Enslaved. And, they keep things fresh. They always manage to do it, and but then all the guitar work that's going on with the chorus. Another amazing section is where they kind of bring that guitar work back, but the guitar solos over top of it. Just sounds really great, and that guitar work in a way kind of reminds me a little bit of say like Roots of the Mountain off of Retir, where it's just amazing. Very melodic, very moving sort of sound with just a very nice, simple rhythm underneath of it, and it works so well. Yeah, I'm really excited for this album. It's definitely one of my most anticipated for the rest of the year. So let me know what you think of the track Homebound from Enslaved. Thanks for watching. See you later.